Let's be real for a second. If you felt a wave of anxiety about your job lately, you are definitely not alone. With AI, all the economic shifts, political turbulence, it can feel like we're headed for a career apocalypse. But what if it's not an ending? What if it's just a fundamental rewrite of the rules? Okay, let's dive into this and figure out what's really going on, and more importantly, what you can actually do about it.
And that anxiety, it's totally real. I mean, look at this number. This isn't just some scary headline. It represents actual roles at huge companies, from Amazon to Microsoft to Salesforce. We're seeing companies like Duolingo phase out human contractors for automation, and trust me, that trend is spreading fast. This isn't just a tech problem anymore.
And here's the real heart of the issue, especially if you're just starting out. Companies are all saying, hey, if we don't adopt AI, we won't exist. But then, in the very same breath, they're hiring fewer junior employees than ever. You know that first crucial step you're supposed to take after graduation? It feels like it's crumbling, making it harder than ever just to get into the game.
So we're stuck in this really strange paradox. There's more opportunity, more money, and more global reach than at any point in history. In theory, this should be the easiest time ever to build a career. But that old formula we were all taught, go to school, get a degree, get a job, it's fundamentally breaking down right in front of us. This quote from entrepreneur Daniel Priestley just hits the nail on the head. Our education system, it's rooted in the industrial age. It was designed to train us to be functional parts of a machine, doing tasks that can now be automated or outsourced way faster and cheaper. We've basically been trained like a large language model that's already outdated.
So the key idea here isn't that entire professions like coder or designer are just going to vanish. It's actually a lot more nuanced and in some ways more challenging than that. See, AI isn't killing professions, it's killing the shallow version of those professions. Let me show you what I mean with a few examples.
Okay, take a financial advisor. If their whole job is just telling you which standard stocks to buy from a public list, well, an AI like Perplexity can read every analyst report in a second and do that better. But an advisor who can get you into exclusive private equity funds or venture capital deals that you can't just Google, that person is now more valuable than ever. And it's the exact same story for real estate agents. You can set up an AI right now to scan listings and even schedule visits. So an agent who just forwards you Zillow links? Pretty useless. But the agent who finds you properties that aren't even on the market and can navigate a messy, emotional, complex negotiation? That's a human skill that is absolutely irreplaceable.
In the legal field is another perfect example. If all you're doing is rewriting standard contract templates, you're literally competing directly with AI. But the real value of a great lawyer, it's in the negotiation, the strategy, in building that kind of deep trust that makes a client feel totally secure. It's all about moving from those basic tasks to the deep, human-centric work.
Okay, so what if you're already inside a company and you want to stay relevant? Well, the game has changed internally too. There's a new kind of unspoken contract between you and your employer. Let's break down what that actually looks like.
Honestly, it's this simple. AI is taking over all the boring, repetitive, functional tasks. That means we, the humans, are expected to move up and tackle higher-value problems, the strategic work. And if you refuse to move up, to play at that higher level, well, you eventually move out. Companies are moving so fast, and they absolutely expect you to keep up.
Instagram's co-founder Mike Krieger laid out this progression perfectly. Last year, AI was basically an assistant for single tasks. This year, it's a collaborator we can delegate complex chunks of work to. And soon, it's going to be a full-fledged coworker, like having an expert product manager right on your team. As AI elevates, so must you. There's no other choice.
So here's a little practical exercise for you. You could do it right now. Just pause and really think about this question. What are the 3 most repetitive things you do every single week? Is it writing those weekly update emails? Pulling together reports? Cleaning up data? Identify those tasks because they are your starting point for automation. This isn't about working less. It's about freeing up your time to do the high-level work that makes you indispensable.
And this all leads us to the most important part. What skills actually matter now? If AI is going to handle all the functional work, what's left for us? Well, this is about cultivating the abilities that make you uniquely and powerfully human.
Welcome to the human epoch. And this isn't just some buzzword. It's a new era where all those so-called soft skills are becoming the hardest, most valuable assets you can possibly have. It's a time when human insight, judgment, and connection are at an absolute premium.
Ultimately, these are the 5 abilities that companies will pay a premium for. An AI can write a brilliant report, sure, but it can't walk into a tense meeting, read the client's body language, and understand their hesitation. It can't inspire a team when morale is in the gutter or make a tough ethical judgment call when the stakes are high. The new superpower is this combination of AI fluency plus deep human psychology. And here's a defense mechanism you can start building right away. As AI generates infinite content, it creates this thick fog of noise everywhere. A personal brand is what allows you to fly above that fog. And look, this isn't about having millions of followers. It's about having a small, dedicated following that knows you, trusts you, and gets your value. Your brand is your signal in all that noise.
Okay, so we've covered the problem, we've covered the skills we need. Now let's make this real. Here is a simple 3-step plan you can start working on today to future-proof your career. Seriously, no excuses.
First, learn to work with AI, not against it. Pick 3 to 5 of those repetitive tasks we talked about and use AI tools to cut the time you spend on them in half. Put that achievement on your resume. Second, go deep, then expand. Spend a year becoming a true expert in one thing, then add a complementary skill. Become the marketer who can also code or the doctor who really understands data. And third, build that small personal brand. Just share what you're learning twice a week. Document your journey. It's that simple.
So let's end with this thought. This isn't the end of your career. Not at all. It's really an invitation to treat it like a piece of software, always in beta, always ready for the next update. The gap between those who adapt and those who don't is widening every single day. The only question is, which side are you going to be on? You're the one shipping the next version of you.